Greetings, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to the Kamado Joe cooking channel. Warm weather's coming around here in the northern hemisphere, and it's about time to start cooking some burgers again. So I want to show you a neat trick for making your own homemade pretzel buns. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to get our dough started. In my mixing bowl, I'm going to put 1.5 cups of lukewarm water, 4 tablespoons of melted butter. This is unsalted butter, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. And then I'm going to dump in 1 packet of instant active yeast. And we're going to let this sit for 10 minutes or so until that yeast dissolves and starts to reactivate. Okay, now that our yeast is activated and bubbly, I'm going to dump in 4.5 cups of flour, and I have mixed in 2 teaspoons of salt with this flour. With my dough hook installed, I'm going to mix this. I'm going to knead this at a low speed until a dough ball forms. Okay, now that my dough ball's formed, I'm going to turn the mixing speed up high until it becomes nice and smooth and pulls all the dough away from the sides of the bowl. Okay, that's about what we're looking for. So now we're going to transfer it to a greased bowl. Okay, I've taken my stainless steel mixing bowl here, and I've wiped down the inside of it with olive oil, and we're going to transfer our dough ball into this greased bowl and mash it down a little bit and get the surface of it coated with that olive oil where we don't get a skin. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cover this with plastic wrap, let that dough rise until it doubles in size. While our dough's rising, I'm going to fire up the Joe Blow here and get our charcoal going. Okay, after just a couple of minutes there with the Joe Blow, our charcoal is started. So I'm going to set in my flexible cooking system rack with the heat deflectors in place, and then I'm going to set both grill racks in place. We're going to be cooking over indirect heat today, and we're going to be cooking at a temperature of 450 degrees. In order to get the Big Joe to 450, I'm going to have the bottom vent open 2 to 3 inches, and I'm going to close the top vent up and open the daisy wheel fully and watch this, guy, as it comes up to temperature. And if I need to make any adjustments, open or close, we're going to do all of our temperature adjustments right here on the top vent. Okay, about right at an hour later, my dough's finished rising. It's doubled up nicely, so I'm going to turn it out here onto a floured cutting board. And the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to kind of coat the exterior of that with a little bit of that flour from the board, and we're going to turn it in, and I'm going to cut this dough into 8 equal pieces. We'll cut it in half, then cut that piece in half, and then that piece in half, and we're going to get them all cut down into individual pieces. And after I get those cut into individual pieces, I've rolled them into a basic shape of a bun, and we're going to let those sit and rise for a few more minutes while we move over to the next process. In a stock pot, I have 10 cups of water heating up. I'm going to bring it to a boil, and I'm going to dissolve 2/3 of a cup of baking soda into this water, and then we're going to bring it to a boil. Okay, now that our baking soda and water mixture is up to a boil, I'm going to set 2 of these buns in here at a time for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to take them off and put them on the drying rack, and I'm going to flip these over halfway through, and we're going to run through all 8 of these. Okay, I've transferred these buns into a baking pan lined with parchment paper, and I'm going to brush them with an egg wash. This egg wash is 1 beaten egg and about 1 tablespoon of water, and I'm going to hit the tops of each of these. And then I'm going to use a sharp knife, and I'm going to score an X in the top of each bun. And then we're going to sprinkle just a little bit of kosher salt on the top of each bun, and then we will meet you at the grill. Okay, we've got the Big Joe right at 450 degrees, so I am going to set this pan right in the middle, and we're going to cook for 12 to 15 minutes until these guys get golden brown on top, and then we'll be back to have a look. Okay folks, these things have been in here about 17 minutes and they are looking absolutely phenomenal. They smell delicious, so I'm going to take these off and let them cool, and I'll meet you back inside. Okay, these buns are done. They look delicious, they taste delicious, they smell delicious. They have the nice dark brown color that you get like on a regular pretzel from the baking soda bath that we did, and scoring them just gives them a nice look on top. These buns are beautiful for making any kind of burger that you want to put on it. A bacon cheeseburger is absolutely delicious on these buns. So come back next week and I'm going to show you another video. We're going to use these buns and we're going to do brat burgers. So stay tuned. Check us out on Facebook if you can. Facebook.com/Kamado Joe. Subscribe to our channel so you can get updates each time we publish a new video. And until next time, this is John Setzler with Kamado Joe Cooking Channel.